What's up, it's your boy Sage, am I here?
So this morning started on a especially productive note, and actually sat down and listened to the brand new album from track 1 of the way to the end. No skipping, no touching my phone, no checking notification dots, no background doom scrolling. Just 45 minutes for pure unbroken music. And honestly, when I finally track for that, I sat totally silent for a minute, feeling like victory and time traveler footage I've experienced in DXD for the first time. I literally caught myself thinking, wait, did you just perform a secret and extended ritual? Immediately, the experiment has begun. We live in an era where attention spans are completely fed by 15-second videos, infinite scrolling, and requested no that deeply capabilities than what mothers do. And because of that, when music created and packaged in the confidence had undergone absolute Frankenstein impression effort over a few years. Have you noticed how sound engineers now? Everything is designed for instant gratification. If a track doesn't hit in the face with a catchy vocal hook and a massive beat drop within the first 30 seconds, people panic. They swipe away instantly onto the next video with a cat playing a piano and someone making a giant pancake. Because of these 3 seconds survival rule, music intros are basically extinct. Remember when songs used to have a cool, only 30-second intros actually survived? Gone, scene sectioned bridges, completely erased, total song length. It used to be a 3 or 4 minutes, but when the song hits 2 minutes and 10 seconds, political label examine started swinging but thinking it's too long. The kids are going to lose their minds, fall asleep. Some tracks aren't even real songs anymore. They're just as possibly manufactured to be used in TikTok dance challenges. And listen, I think it is that fast food, high-speed consumption culture in the giant elephant in the room. The concept of most US hip-hop has been having such a weird, quite exciting crossing recently. If you look back at the charts over the couple of years, there has been deserved some shift. For over a decade, hip-hop didn't just participate in pop culture, it wasn't pop culture. It completely dominated the Billboard Hot 100 operated streaming records with a dictated global fashion slang. Rap was an unstoppable germinate. And then, music industry hit a wall. Suddenly, country songs, pop revivals, and leading folk tracks started taking over the top spots. There was even a long stretch where the single rap song and rap album hit number 1 on the charts for almost an entire year, which had happened in recent decades. Music critics and Twitter settlers with people dramatically asking, is hip-hop dying? The culture collapse? Well, no, hip-hop isn't dying, but mainstream factory line differently broke down. Hip-hop at its core is the genre building and world-building, storytelling, and the cultural momentum. The greatest rap album in history, one we still talk about today, one built for 15-second attention span. The required build-up mirrored the best cinematic production and heavily reproduced volume of massive years. Over major record labels utilized the short-form video algorithm which drove streaming numbers, they started turning the rapper dislike content factories. Instead of letting us take 2 years to craft a time-to masterpiece, labels started pushing them to drop the 25-track Billboard album in 6 months just to get the streaming because filled with 15 generic 2-minute snippets designed for social media clips. When you feel people the exact same corporate fast food rap sing over and over again, guess what happened? People get fast food fatigue. You can only eat the same cheap microwave cheeseburger so many times before you start eating the actual, properly cooked meal. Mainstream rap got formally predictable and frankly a bit lazy. A lot of independent musicians, beatmakers, and producers I follow have been complaining about this bizarre drama. As a creator in 2026, you trapped in this weird mental tug of war. Option A, you compromise your art will give me happy 2-minute song, film yourself doing seriously dance on the camera, and pretty algorithm got smart upon your pocket with viral fame. Or option B, You ignore the trends, stay true to the artistic vision, make it deep, top the 35 minutes album, and risk getting between 6 billion. No, I mean 6 billion hours upload content. It's an exhausting game. But here's a plot twist, the fact actually gives me us a lot of hope. I think listeners are finally setting fucking buckets in brain rot. Sure, scrolling through the busy script is fine even if the brushing with finding its own toilet. First food music doesn't stay with you. Nobody now looks back 5 years later and says, man, that 15-second sound snippet really helped me get through my worst breakup. The music truly shapes our lives. Songs that give us to become the part of the identity, or was one of the connect with a deep and fulfilling level. That's why, even though mainstream corporate rap string and different feeling, the underground independent scenes are actually experiencing massive renaissance right now. Fans actively rejecting generic manufactured hits. They dig into Bandcamp, going to local venues, finding niche subgenres, and adopting urban independent artists will actually take the time to build a caucus universe around a full album. Full-length album isn't dead. It's just become rescue from the algorithm. Each translation for the mass market commodity into a premium international experience. Still though, the album is becoming the ultimate form of digital detox, a moment where you deliberately log off, ignore the notifications, and choose depths of the convenience. Anyway, that was my massive, unprompted breakthrough today after starting my setting when the vinyl record finished spinning. I'm really curious to know where you guys stand on this whole mess. Have you felt that mainstream rap with you lately? Are you still listening to the fast-paced playlist, or are you still out here fighting the good fight and listening to Fab only sound to finish? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a project debate about it. I'm going to go make another cup of coffee, clear my head, and probably listen to another record and take so longer than 2 minutes to finish. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe, or whatever. I don't know. Take care of yourself and visit the attention spans. I'll see you on the next one.